What's going on? It's Tafty. Tafty's Home for Wayward Guitars. In today's repair video, what we're going to do is we're going to deep dive into the Buzz Feiten Tuning System. We're going to try to demystify that a little bit, explain what it is, all that kind of fun stuff. Come on back. All right, a couple of things first. This guitar came in for a setup and a new nut, and it is a factory installed Buzz Feiten tuning system. Now, I might be butchering that. It might not be Feiten, it might be Feiten. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if I'm saying it right. I'm going to say Feiten because it's F-E-I, whatever. So anyway, this guitar came in for a setup and a nut, and this is an Anderson T-style, and it has a factory installed BFTS. How about that? Worked my way around it. There are two ways your guitar can come with a Buzz Feiten tuning system. You can either retrofit an existing guitar, which basically consists of what they call a shelf nut, and, well, I'll show you. So, everybody's seen just, a regular nut, right? Fender style. So the BFTS nut will have a shelf on here to extend the edge of the nut a few thousandths closer to the first fret. You can look those up. You can see what those look like. It's basically an L-shaped nut, and it sits in the nut slot, and it's extended out. Like I said, I think it's 20 thousandths, 30 thousandths of an inch. Not very much. And it gets the strings a little bit closer to the first fret. Now, when you have a factory system like the one in this Anderson, what they did was they cut the nut slot about 20 thousandths closer to the first fret than a normal T-type guitar. Still 25.5-inch scale. That hasn't changed. The frets are the exact same distance from each other that a normal 25.5-inch scale guitar would be. The only thing that changes is the position of the nut. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a nut for this guitar because it's just a standard Fender style, 1/8 thick. Then we're going to come back, probably going to intonate it. Then we're going to tune it. And we're going to try a few different things to get that done. I actually happen to have a Korg DT-7, which actually has a Buzz Feiten setting on it. There are a few differences in tuning, so let me get this done, and we'll come back and do that. All right, well, I've got the nut done. I finished that. I've got it strung, and I've got the action set pretty close to where the customer likes it. So now we've come to the point where the Buzz Feiten system comes in play. The big mystery that people seem to worry about with that is intonation, first of all, which is understandable, and also tuning. I know that some people have the Buzz Feiten equipped guitars and they just tune it as you normally would, and it's really not an issue. But if you do want to take advantage of what the system is supposedly doing, which is reducing the amount of sharp notes played within the first 3 frets. So by moving the nut closer to the first fret, when you push down to any one of the first position chords, it doesn't go sharp. I gotta be completely honest, I've never noticed my own stuff going sharp, but yeah, you saw me play GT-500, and there's probably a good reason I've never noticed. Anyway, I'm gonna show you this. So, we're going to use like a regular tuner to do this, just to make sure that, you guys know how to do it with a regular tuner. This is a Korg DT-7. it's equipped with a button that adjusts it to the tuning you need for this BF Buzz Feiten Tuning System. So it just adjusts internally, and you would tune it like you would normally tune it. I haven't actually used that setting for a while. Not a lot of these come through the shop. That's why I figured now was a good time to let you see it. It's set up generally where the customer wants it, and now we're going to tune it and intonate it. When you intonate these guitars, you don't necessarily bring the tuning system into play. But as you can well imagine, with the nut moved from where it would normally be, the distance away from the bridge, you're not going to be able to intonate it as you normally would with an open string and a 12th fret. So instead, what you have to do is go beyond where the Buzz Feiten system comes into play. So you would intonate this guitar by fretting a note at the 3rd fret and also at the 15th fret. That's how you would get your intonation. Then when we tune it, we're going to plug in the DT-7 and we're going to tune it according to what it says the Buzz Feiten system should be tuned to. Let me show you how we intonate this. I'm guessing, since I didn't change string gauge on this guitar, that it's probably intonated. I really need to put this where you guys can see it. Well, you could just take my word for it. Yeah, that's going to go for a horrible crash. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set it in chromatic. And it works the same as any other chromatic tuner. We're going to tune it for this G fretted on the 3rd fret. Okay? Once the tuner says we're good, we move up to the 15th fret. And there we are, intonated. Do the same exact thing for every other string. Wound strings, I like to use a pick. Sometimes if you don't, they can go sharp. Flat, I mean, sorry. So again, we're gonna have to tune this up a little bit to get the G to ring right. When you tune your own guitars, and maybe I'll make a video of just tuning and intonating, because that can get pretty deep. When you tune your own guitars, you have to make sure that when you do strike the note, and a lot of you probably know this, but just for those who might not, when you hit the note and tune, that note has already started to decay, and when it decays flat. I usually hit it once a second, twice a second, somewhere around there, so it doesn't have time to fall flat. We're going to do a tuning video, intonation video. So here we go with the G on the 6th string. And we're just going to, there it is. Then we're going to go up to the 15th fret. Ooh, it's a little flat. Now isn't that interesting? That means that string was never really, truly intonated. And here I thought I was just going to be showing you how it was intonated. When you're setting your intonation, if you go through your steps and at the 12th fret, or 15th fret in this case, you're flat, you want to let the saddle come out towards the nut. If you're showing sharp, then you want to move the saddle back away from the nut. All right, so now let's check it. There it is. I don't know if you might be able to see the lights, I'm not sure. All right, so I've already run through all the other strings. I know that it's intonated. I was surprised with that low E. Hey, good thing we did it. So now what we want to do is, there is a switch at the top of this DT-7. We put it in Buzz Feiten mode. And basically what this does is calculate the cents that you need to remove to get it in tune the way it's supposed to be. So now we're just tuning it like we would normally tune it, only we have it set in BFTS mode. Hitting the string about once every second, not allowing it to decay flat. All right. Now, what's great about this tuner also, if you have a guitar that has this system, buy this tuner. All right. There's apps out there that I think you can also use, but I was never really convinced that apps on your phone give you the best tuning. So anyway, there's also a button here where I can pick the 12th fret option. That should intonate it for us. So what we'll do is we'll double check what I did with the tuner. Excellent. So there it is, all set. We are intonated and we are tuned. What I'd like to know from you guys, and you can leave me a comment down below, if you have one of these guitars, if you have a guitar with a Buzz Feiten tuning system, do you exclusively use, say, the DT-7 like I have, the Korg, or maybe an app to tune the guitar, or do you just blow it off and tune it as you would normally tune a guitar? Because I've heard a lot of people do that too. Please leave comments. I'd love to know. Do me a favor, and if you like videos like this, and I have so many ideas for so many more, throw me a like. Let me know. I'd love to know if repairing guitars is something that you want to learn about. And I have no problem teaching. So I'm not going to maybe teach you every single thing you need to know about fixing a guitar, but I will certainly teach you enough so that you know whether you can tackle it yourself or if maybe you should bring it to a professional. Again, thanks guys, and join me next time. We'll take a deep dive maybe into intonating a guitar that doesn't have all these extra issues. All right, see you guys.